Hi guys, welcome. All right, I'm back for my final live stream for the day. I'm just pulling it up on this phone. I have here some instant coffee. It's not bad. Well, that thumbnail. I have the worst thumbnails. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. Coco, what is Kay thinking about me at the moment? She feels a spiritual connection to, or like you guys are spiritually connected. She feels that you have a way with words. You know how to get your point across. You're loving, kind. You make a really great friend. You're attractive, well-balanced, and strong and courageous. Melissa, love reading. You got some good stuff coming in. So if you're not with anyone right now, there's a fire sign coming in. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This person may have some money, or they may just be, they may earn a lot of money, but there's money around them. If you're with someone, this could be your current partner who would be making more money. Moving forward, you start to set boundaries or stand up for yourself or cut through any bullshit that comes your way. And you get a lot of respect from your new partner or your current partner, wherever you are. When the Empress is here, it's all things abundant. Fertility, money, it's anything that's connected to the planet Venus. So you're in a good place. Just be careful if you don't want kids, because it can be the birth or the conception of a child. Whoever you're with now, or the new person that shows up, will be divinely guided by the powers that be. And you're leaving in the past regret, and you're moving into a more positive direction. Whether this is someone that you're currently with or it's a new person, it's divinely guided, and it's growing at a healthy pace with a lot of balance. So good things should be coming in around you soon, if not already. Kiki, will Jacob add me back? Yes. Yes. Adriana, why is the car and the judgment card appear when I ask about him? The car. Which one's the car? The chariot? That one? I don't know which one the car is. The judgment card, it can mean a couple of things. It can mean like a destiny and fate kind of thing. It could also mean coming to a crossroads where you have to make a decision. Like it could be the kind of thing where now I'm faced with the decision. If I go right, one thing is going to happen. If I go left, another thing is going to happen. Or it could be something that's divinely guided, like two people are put into the same place for a greater purpose. Like say for example, you and him had a fight and you're not talking. And you say he changes his number and moves out of state, whatever. The judgment card, when it shows up, could be a sign that you guys are going to end up in the same place at the same time. Divine guidance. Like you both end up at the same grocery store on Route 66 in Mariposa, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Like the kind of thing that fate brings you there. Like where we would normally say, hey, what a coincidence. It's not really coincidence. It's like the powers that be brought you both there because you're both being too stubborn to work things out yourself. So the judgment card or the divine guidance puts you in the same place at the same time. But the other one, the car, I don't know what that, if maybe you mean the chariot. The chariot would mean that things are moving forward quickly. Or, yeah, like things move forward quickly, or it's a positive omen, usually, when the Chariot shows up. Blessed, general. So it looks like if you've been feeling lately like you've been stuck in the mud and not going anywhere, which who doesn't feel that way? Things are going to start to speed up for you. The Hangman's in reverse. No longer feeling the weight of the world is on your shoulders, moving forward, slow and steady wins the race. There could be some money coming in around you. Feeling like finally you made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief and you have the world at your feet, which means you may have some options, or you just may be feeling like things are starting to fall into place for you. Overall, positive things are coming, which is a good thing. Blessed, love. Okay, your love cup here is overflowing. So if you're not with anyone right now, you got a choice coming in. You have air signs around you, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a water sign around you, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You may need to make a choice at some point. These people may come in out of the blue, and you may be holding yourself back at first, but then you kind of bite the bullet, you feel prepared, and you move forward. You may have a choice, and it looks like whoever it is that you choose, you may go back and forth. You may be seeing both people at the same time. That's fine, but it does look like it could lead to like a stable relationship coming up if you're not with anyone right now. Now, if you are with someone right now, I would say the same thing. You got the Four of Wands, which would indicate that your current relationship should be moving to the next level. Adriana, why did I dream of him again? Well, there's a couple of things. You guys are both kind of on the same wavelength, and you're both thinking of each other, and it's coming out in your subconscious at night in your dreams. When you remember these dreams, like, to me, that's significant. I would write them down in a notebook and take notice of what... I always go by how I feel in the dream, not so much what went on. So if something really shitty happens in the dream, but I wake up feeling good about it, then I go with how I feel. But take notice of how the dreams make you feel. I think that it's because you guys are sort of psychically communicating, or psychically linked together. Susie, is it over between us? I blocked him. You know what? It's going to be your decision. I don't think he's going to give up so easy just because you blocked him. He may try some other way. It's going to be your choice. You know, sometimes, I mean, it's good when it's your choice, but sometimes it's like a curse, because it's like you have to make a decision that's not easy. And, you know, like, I've been told that before in the past, and I've always felt like whenever I've had to make the decision, like, I would think that I was making the decision, or I would think that this decision was going to come up like I had him, right, whoever he was, that wasn't doing the right thing by me at the time, and somebody else was going to come in that was treating me really wonderful, and it was going to be like a clear cut, you know, no, I don't want that anymore, I want this. But every time I've been faced with this decision in my life where it was my choice, it usually was like a hard decision to make, or it was like I had to cut somebody out because it just couldn't stand it anymore. So I don't want to over glorify it for you, because if it turns out the way it turned out for me, it's kind of like, almost kind of like a bummer. But, you know, sometimes you get to a point with people where you're like, you know what, I've really given this my all and it's just not working and I can't do it anymore. You know, sometimes it's like not waiting for the phone to ring, knowing that the phone isn't going to ring is better than waiting for the phone to ring and you're like, what the fuck, you know? So it's going to be your choice, but it might not be an easy decision. Rochelle. Oh, for some reason I can't see it on this phone. I don't know why. What's the reason why my Aquarius hasn't spoken to me? Well, there's a couple of things going on. I don't know what your relationship is with him right now, but it does look like there's a third party here. The Three of Cups is in reverse. So that could be a reason. It also looks like there's a slowdown around your relationship with him with the Chariot in reverse, and also with the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but it looks like moving forward, there's more to come, but there may be some kind of a hold up with this third party. Moving forward, you have a wish around the situation. You also feel like you made it to the top of the mountain, or you can breathe a sigh of relief, and the Empress is here. So you know what that means. Love, money, abundance, fertility, a child if you should want it. So I think that things will work themselves out, but right now it looks like there could be a third party interference, and also him feeling very slowed down, bogged down, weighed down, and just slow and stagnant. Chariot and the Eight of Wands both in reverse is like very slow. Kiki. Does Grayson have feelings for Jasmine? 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I think so. Adriana, what's going to happen with our connection? Oh, it was the Chariot. The Chariot is usually a good omen, and it usually indicates moving forward fast. It also can indicate a trip, or it can indicate some kind of travel. Usually like travel by car, or travel on the road. Well, it looks like it could be a wild ride. It could be a lot of ups and downs, but you will have a choice if you want to have a relationship, because you've got the Two of Cups, which could indicate here that this is a soulmate connection. Soulmate connections are not easy. So it's usually like disappearance, a lot of pain, people disappearing, reappearing, all kinds of bullshit goes on. But that's what it looks like it may be. Red Nappy. Love and sex reading and career. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, love and sex. I mean, it does look like at some point, I don't know if you are right now, but you could be involved in a love triangle, because the Three of Cups is here. And it may be with the Taurus. There may be some regret around the situation. You may regret getting involved, but you know what? It is what it is. You know, people don't always understand. I just had a conversation with somebody about this today. I did a reading for someone. People don't always understand affairs until they're in that situation. And then, you know, then we can see things a little bit clearer when we're the ones in the situation. But it looks like you may be getting involved in as a third party, or in a love triangle. And that would be a sexual relationship for sure. As far as love goes, you've got two people around you. There's an Aries coming in if you're not with anyone right now. There's also another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If you're with someone right now, this could indicate that your current partner becomes very either controlling or domineering, or like father figure, like taking control. Then moving past that, it looks like You've got the Wheel of Fortune on your side here for all three, which means that you've got luck. You've got luck on your side to get through. But when it comes to career, it looks like things are kind of slow. They're not as bad as they could be given the current circumstances of the world, because it looks like the weight of the world starts to slip off your shoulders. But it looks like career-wise, things may be slow and stagnant for you for a little while, at least for a couple of months. Like feeling like you put in a whole lot of effort and didn't see a payoff. But once you get past that, things should start to pick up. The work thing may be a little bit annoying. The love thing, you know, just be careful if you get involved with a third-party situation. If you do and you're okay with it and you know the circumstances, fine. I don't like when things are hidden or when people lie about it. But if they're open, upfront, honest about it, then, you know, do what you got to do. You know, and then it's like, I feel I did a different reading today for somebody who is waiting to hear from somebody. And I said, you know, it's like, well, right now everything is just stopped. You know, like, especially when like the Judgment card shows up, right? Like, I'll say to people, and you've probably heard me say it, you know, when this card shows up, it doesn't mean that you don't have to be on a dating app. You don't have to be set up by your best friend. You can meet this person at the gas station. You can meet this person at the library. But now we're not going to the library. We're not going anywhere. So now it's like we're all kind of like, I feel like we're like in one of those like weird hammocks and we're just hanging. I don't know. It's very strange, you know, this time. And I was trying to think, like, I'm seeing people post things like, oh, 32 days in quarantine. And I'm like, oh, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long. And then I'm thinking back, and I remember I was supposed to have a photographer come here on St. Patty's Day to take a photograph of Avery. And they canceled. That was March 17th. So, yeah, we've been locked down here for quite some time. Days may all be blending together, but we've been in this here a while. Susie, has he had my message about it being over? Let's see. I don't think he's seen it yet. I'm not 100% sure that he's seen it yet. Nina, I'm filing for divorce tomorrow. What do you see for me in 6 months? I'm a Gemini. Okay, well, you're in a soulmate relationship within the next 6 months. You got the Two of Cups here. And it also shows that you're going to have choices. You're also going to be very happy in the next 6 months. And you're no longer feeling like you're stuck in mud. So, the person that could be coming in, you have with choices. So, the choices are, there's a fire sign coming in around you, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. There's also an earth sign, a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. The relationship will be stable on solid ground, and it could lead to more. I think that no matter what happens over the next 6 months, you're going to end up happy because you got the Sun card. So even if the divorce is difficult, even if the divorce is like, you know, it can kind of bruise you around, you know, bang you around a little bit, I think that you're going to come out on top. Mimi, JDJ's feelings for me as of today. Feels like you're honest and reliable. Feels like you're attractive, loving, kind, hardworking, optimistic, and well-balanced. Kiki, will Jacob be mine again? 70% chance Jacob will be yours again, but there's going to be a lot of arguments and discussions before that happens or around that time. TD. Is this new guy honest about what he's telling you about himself? For the most part, he's being honest. You know, 70% chance. So that's like, he may embellish something, he might leave something out, but overall, he's basically telling you the truth. Brianna, love reading and advice for the month of April. April, you may feel like you're stuck in the mud and you're going nowhere fast because you've got the Lovers in reverse and you have the Death card in reverse. But here we are in the middle of a pandemic where we can't do anything anyway, so that may be why. But this is like not connecting and not transforming. However, and also you're moving slow. Everything moves slow. But once we get past all this, if you're not with anyone right now, there's an earth sign that comes in. It would be a younger earth sign, probably somebody under 30. I don't know how old you are, but the Page of Pentacles is generally a younger person, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, and you have a wish when it comes to love. Then things start to speed up really quickly and you have some good karma on your side. So once we get through all this bullshit, things should start to pick up. And if you're not with anyone, somebody new comes in. Blessed to be. Is Ed purposely not answering my call, and why? 70% chance, yes, they're not answering the call on purpose. And it's because they're feeling very unsuccessful or unsuccessful with the Six of Wands. I don't know what's going on around them that would make them feel unsuccessful. Unsuccessful, stabbed in the back, not by you, but just in general. Out of balance and a little bit upside down. I don't think it has to do with you, but I think that they're going through something. You know, this is, I keep saying it, but it's such a bizarre time because I feel like even for myself, like I'm getting caught up, like thinking about things and kind of like harping on things in my own head that I think that if I was busier or I was out and about, I wouldn't be thinking of. So I think this is really taking a bizarre toll on us in a way that maybe we don't realize. Not to mention that I got a stiff neck here. I think maybe from sleeping on this thing. Cade. What is Gabriel want to happen between us? He wants cause for celebration. He does. He's spontaneous. If you haven't heard from him, he comes in out of the blue. And he does want more. He's doing a lot of thinking about it. You know, I get the feeling from him that he either wants to be the center of attention or the center of your world. And I think that he does things, sometimes maybe without even realizing, to upset you just because, like, if you get upset, he thinks that you care about him more. I don't think he realizes he's doing it either, but that's going to start to change because he's growing and transforming. So I think that he's going to want more inevitably, but I think he requires a lot of attention, or he likes to I don't think he likes to let on that he cares as much as he does. Like, he kind of wants to make it like everything is no big deal, but I think it is a big deal. I think that that's sort of an act or something he hides behind. I don't know why I get that impression, though, but I always feel like that whenever I kind of look at him. Georgia. Is RS looking to buy a ring for someone? I don't think so. I don't think so. Kiki. General read for Jasmine Rodriguez. Okay. Feeling stuck in the mud, like you can't get out of your own way. But that's going to go into the past. Things are going to change overnight, and you're going to take off everything that holds you back, and you're moving forward. Moving forward, you start to feel much more balanced. You have good karma on your side. You have a lot of passion around you. If you're not with anyone right now, there could be a Pisces coming in that comes in out of the blue when you least expect it. Feeling prepared to move forward. You have some spontaneous times coming in over the next couple of months. Perseverance is the name of the game. So you may be feeling a little stuck or a little bit like you can't get ahead. You can't get, you know, one foot in front of the other. But that's going to change, and when it does, it changes quickly. Things move forward quickly, and things start to fall into place quickly. Kiki. What are Jean Luke's true intentions with Casey? Okay. What are Jean's intentions with Casey? Well, there's a couple of things that's going on here. Right in the center is transformation. So they want a transformation of this situation, and they want it to grow. But it looks like, I don't know who the Aries is. There's an Aries here. If there isn't an Aries, if one of them is not an Aries, one of them is going to be very controlling, dictating, domineering, like a boss-like, father-like type of personality. And it looks like they may be after money. They may need money for something. And it causes a lot of anxiety. Yeah, I would just be careful. I would say don't give this person any money. Establish your relationship first. I mean, I've seen it happen too many times where one person, you know, like the relationship clicks. It's early in the relationship. One person gives the other person a large sum of money for whatever the reason is, and they never get the money back. So my suggestion would be, if for some reason they need money, don't give it to them. Let the relationship play out first. Marlon, will I get the apartment I applied for? Uh, 70% chance, yes, you get it. Yeah, I think you will. Marlon, what's coming in for me in love? Slow and steady wins the race. So you may have recently dealt with anxiety around an old wound, something that was really burdening, holding you back. This could be somebody recently that hurt you, or this could be something that happened years ago, but for whatever reason it's resurfacing. This is all moving into the past. Moving forward, you have magic that comes in around a soulmate relationship. Soulmate relationship, if you're not with anyone right now, will be as somebody who's a very hard worker, very well balanced, respects you a lot. It will be divinely guided. You walk away from the past, you use your intuition, feeling like the world is at your feet. This person has money, or they may own a business, and they could be a Cancer. It might be a Cancer, or it could be someone who's very nurturing, caretaking, kind of tough on the outside, soft on the inside type of a person. Susie, if he's my soulmate, does that mean it was a lesson? Well, everything is a lesson. Everything is a lesson and to teach us something. Generally speaking, if he's a soulmate, you're going to run into him again at some point. If you choose to end it now, at some point, you guys will be reunited. I mean, it's a soulmate relationship. There's no doubt about that. It's definitely a soulmate relationship. But, and everything is a lesson. The thing is that with soulmate relationships, they're usually very painful. The person keeps coming back. And sometimes we have soulmates that, you know, like they're at the same time. You could be dealing with two soulmate relationships at the same time. If you don't learn your lesson, then the next time that you have to learn it, it's going to be more difficult. That's what keeps happening. Now, that's the way that I was always taught. Like, that's what I was taught from the time that I can remember. If you don't learn your lesson, whatever it is, somebody's taking advantage of you, just say, and they're not treating you right, and they're taking you for granted. The next time it's going to be worse. You'll give that person more, they'll treat you worse. Like, it keeps getting worse until you learn the lesson. Studying law of attraction, it's the opposite. You're getting from this person, like, this is what they believe. You're getting from this person what you're expecting them to give you. And if this gets really hard to understand, I think. So this is what they say, because I just had a session last Wednesday. But today's Wednesday. Was it last week? I don't even know what day it is anymore. I think it was last Wednesday. And I was saying, like, let's just say, for example, you and I both apply for the same job. Only one of us is going to get that job, right? Okay. So what does it come down to? The battle of the wills? Like, who wills it stronger than the other person? And she said, no, this is how it works. And this to me is something that's very hard to believe. But this is what she said. There are like millions of possibilities, right? So let's just say, for example, I'm sitting here right now and wearing a black shirt. But in some reality, somewhere else, I'm sitting here and I'm wearing a red shirt. And then one where I'm wearing a green shirt and a blue shirt and a purple shirt. You all are aligning with the reality of me in the black shirt. Okay? Because you are all seeing me wearing the black shirt. So if you were to switch your reality to where I'm wearing the red shirt, the black shirt reality and the red shirt reality don't collide. See? Like, it's very hard to believe. So to answer the soulmate question, if you wanted to change the energy of the situation, you would have to slip into the reality where you're not going through this. I know it's very hard to, like, it's hard to believe. But that's the thing. Because, you know, like I said, if we were both going through the same job, only one of us would get it. But what she said was, no, in your reality, you would get it. In the other person's reality, they would get it. But the two realities don't collide. I don't know. Sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. But that's what I don't know. So in other words, it's a lesson if you want it to be a lesson. It's over if you want it to be over. If you want to change it, you have to slip into the reality of where it's been changed. But it takes belief to change it. I don't know, it gets very complicated. Jada. Should I pursue criminal justice or a counseling career? Okay. Should I pursue criminal justice? Should I pursue counseling? I think you would be good at both of them, and I think that you would like both of them, but I think the criminal justice one is a little bit more, it comes up a little bit stronger. Susie, are we soulmates that are meant to be together? There's nothing that's meant to be, like it's all free will. So if you wanted to be with him, you could be with him, but it's going to be a lot of work. There's somebody out there that's a soulmate that isn't going to be so much work. See, that's the thing. Like with free will, we have free will here in this dimension. We're not being controlled by something that is making us do one thing versus the other. So there's nothing that is meant to be or predestined, really. Like the people that show up are just players. They're not like there's so many people in our lives. Like for some reason we grow up believing that we have this one soulmate that we search our whole lives for. I mean, you see it on Facebook all the time. Oh my God, he's my soulmate. And I'm like, yeah, last week you thought it was someone else. The truth is that they all could be, or none of them could be. But I mean, we have had teachers in our lives that are soulmates, relatives, and sometimes a lot of times it's a choice that you get to make. It's not something that is predestined, that is written in stone and can't change. So it comes down to whether or not you want to be in a situation or a relationship with somebody who's as unstable as him. Whereas when you could go out and find another soulmate that is much more stable. So it really is going to come down to you're going to have to be the one to decide this. And you can usually tell. Usually there are people that, I think, or from my experience, people that only have soulmate relationships, and those people usually don't have a lot, like me. I think I've had in my life 4 boyfriends, maybe. I think 4. They were all soulmate relationships, except for, well, I don't even count him because I only dated him over like a summer. And he's so insignificant that was not a soulmate relationship. I never saw him again, never heard from him again. We didn't even date that long. But the ones that were soulmate relationships, like in and out, back and forth, up and down, for years. I mean, it went on for years. Then there are some people that the people that they're always with someone. And I'm always like, how are you always with someone? Like they just go from one person right to the next. They don't care who it is. Those people are all karmic relationships. I mean, there's nothing right, nothing wrong. The karmic ones are easier. They're easier to get over. There's not the kind of, passion and pull. It's just kind of like, okay. Kylie, should I contact A or wait for him to contact me? Right. Should I contact A? %70 chance you should contact A. I would say wait until you're feeling confident. Don't do it if you're second guessing yourself. Wait for the divine spark, when you're like inspired action. Now's the time. Go for it. Marcella, General. So, well, it looks like you may be having a bout of anxiety, but coming out of it fast, things move forward fast. Ace of Swords, cutting through the bullshit, laying down the law, setting up boundaries for yourself, very healthy. Using your intuition. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a soulmate connection coming in. Could be a Taurus. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship could take on either, you may both find like a spiritual practice that you get a lot out of, or you may start doing yoga together. Also, there is a personal transformation coming in. You are growing and changing. There's a huge transformation around you personally coming in probably over the next 3 to 6 months. I got a wrenched neck. I can't really turn around. She's awake. She woke up. Marlon. Will the Pisces M contact me or find somebody new? I think the Pisces contacts you. I think there's communication coming in between the two of you over the next couple of weeks. Allison. Elle and I fought and we haven't talked in 2 days. I blocked him today on everything. What are his next moves? His birthday is Saturday. He's feeling unsuccessful and he's feeling heartbroken. He's also feeling like he has no power. He's not going to do anything. Well, he can't do anything. He's going to have to show up at your house or show up at your job, and he is not going to do that right now. Like I tell everyone, I wouldn't block anybody if you would want to hear from them, because it's sending out the energy to the universe that you want them to go away. And if you send out that kind of energy, that's what's going to happen. They're going to go away. The only time I would tell you to block someone is if they're harassing you or if you really want them to go away. You know, if it's the kind of thing where like you're at work and the phone is blowing up and you just, you know, like I teach yoga. I can't have my phone blowing up because it interrupts the freaking music. Or I'm doing a live stream, so I can't have you blowing up my phone because I'm doing a live stream. So those people would get blocked. But I wouldn't block someone if you want to hear from them. And from the way it's written, it sounds like you want to hear from him. I blocked him today on everything. What are his next moves? What is he going to do? You blocked him. So I wouldn't expect anything as long as he's blocked. At least right now, because it's showing that he's feeling unsuccessful and a little bit heartbroken. His birthday is Saturday. I don't think you're going to hear from him before Saturday. I don't think so. Not with the way the cards look. Kiki. Any time frame on when Jacob will add me. Could be soon, like within the next three days to 3 weeks. What's the matter, Mama? All right, come on. I'll put you in the princess seat over here. Hang on. Hang on. What are you crying about? What are you crying about, babe? Come on. I'll put you in the princess seat. All right. Not time for you to go to bed yet? No? All right. You don't want to sit there? You're not happy about that? All right. You love that seat. You want to sit up a little bit? Want to say hello to everybody? Say hello. No, did you just wake up? All right. You want to go on your belly? Oh, you want to burp? All right. Is it hot in here? Oh, don't cry. It's okay. T. Yvette. Saggest thoughts of me. He thinks you're attractive, fun, you have a good personality. You're a lot of fun to be around. Thinks that you're very creative, that you guys have a nice connection. He thinks that you're abundant, not money-wise abundant, but like you have a lot of nice characteristics. Adventure, spontaneity. He thinks you're intuitive. He thinks highly of you. If you can't FaceTime, can you? I haven't used it yet, but I know that the yoga studios are using that Zoom. You may be able to use Zoom if you can't FaceTime. Try that. Goonie, general. You got some good stuff going on here. Okay, so first, you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. People and places and things that no longer serve you move into the past. You're not dealing with them anymore. You're not moving backwards, you're moving forward. A lot of passion around you. You're being guided over the next couple of months by the divine. So you'll be put in places where you should be. You're going to meet people that you're supposed to meet. Somebody from your past comes back. This person from your past is not one of these, you know, I just said that you're moving away from things that no longer work for you. This isn't something that doesn't work for you. This is something good. So this person, somebody from your past, could be a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. You also have the feeling around work where you're finally feeling like you put in a lot of work and you're starting to see a payoff, making more money, being more respected, maybe even getting a higher position. The Hierophant is here, which could be a Taurus that enters your life, or it could be a spiritual connection, a spiritual practice, or something that you get a whole lot out of. You know, it could be the kind of thing where like you wander in and you take a yoga class and you fall in love with it, and you're like, oh my God, this really does something for me. When this card shows up, look out for something like that. Feeling very connected spiritually to something, or getting a lot out of it. Adriana, I just want to free myself from him. You know what? I've had that. I felt that way before. And you know what I did? I mean, it sounds easier than it is. But whenever he popped into my head, I literally did something else. I would just push it away. I said to myself, you know, I can make the decision to not love you anymore. That's what I said. I actually said it out loud. It was, to make a long story short, off and on 10 years or almost 10 years. And then I finally saw something, you know, it was the kind of thing, divine timing. My relationship with him was bizarre, but I was on Facebook, and the shelter that I adopted Dylan from, I follow them. And I was just going through my news feed, and up came a picture of him and some girl, and it's from on the shelter, and it said, congratulations to the dog for finding his forever family or whatever. And I was like, he adopted a dog with somebody. And then I didn't find out then. I found out like a couple of years later that he had gotten married while I was still seeing him. And I was like, you know what? Like, I mean, you couldn't tell me the truth. Like, well, what the fuck, right? So it was at that point I didn't know that he was married. I just knew that he was with this person, obviously. But now that's divine timing. I just happened to be on Facebook, and it just happened to come up in my newsfeed. And I just happened to see the picture. I mean, it wasn't something that I went looking for. It just came up. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I was like, I don't have to care about this person anymore. They obviously don't care about me. And then that was it. You know, I just, every time I thought about him, I remembered that picture. And I was like, I don't want to be treated like that. I don't want to be treated like that anymore. And that was it. Every time I thought of him, I remembered that picture. And I just kept pushing it out of my head. And it was a long time before I was with somebody else after that, like a long time, like maybe 2 years. Yeah, probably about 2 years. But you know what? It's better to be alone than to be mistreated like that. I mean, you want to tell somebody that you got married, or you want to keep seeing me? You want to keep seeing me and not tell me the truth? But assholes. Um, so my point is that you can do it if you really want to. You just push them out of your head every chance you get. Get busy doing something else. I used to carry around too crystals, grounding crystals that I felt helped. At one point I was using ruby and zoisite. It was green and it had ruby in it. Not expensive. I think I paid like $9 for it, but it felt very grounding to me to have it with me. Miss Anna, is he seeing me as his one? What is Jerry's energy towards me? Is he opening up for a new beginning and thinking about opening up communication between us by the end of the month or soon? Not to be. Okay, let's see. You fighting to stay awake, Avery? Why don't you just lay down? How about that? Okay, so his energy right now is happiness. He does see you as very significant. He is going to be opening up and he is open to a new beginning. I don't see communication coming in before the end of this month. You do have happiness around the situation with the Sun card. And it looks like you can have some success too with the Six of Wands. I don't think that you're going to be hearing from him before the end of April, though. I think it's going to be closer to the summertime. He is open to a new beginning, but he's very hard on himself. And, you know, it's like he's a little bit, and not that he's weak, but he doesn't really have a lot of courage right now. And he's holding himself back. And he cares about you a lot, which is why I don't understand why he just doesn't come forward. It's fear that holds him back. But I don't know what it is he's so afraid of, because he knows how much you care about him. Goonie, Capricorn's feelings towards Sue Rucci. Okay. How's the Capricorn feeling? Capricorn thinks that you're a little bit spontaneous. You have a fiery personality that they think is fun. They think you're attractive. They think that you're hardworking and that you're generally a happy person. Well prepared, loving, kind, and friendly. Miss Anna, albeit in all his head, or fearing that I will reject his returning to me. I'm no longer angry about it or hurt, only disappointed he didn't trust me enough to tell me what is in his heart or his intentions for us. His intentions, I think his intentions are to come back home and start things with you. It's like It's almost like he feels sorry for himself for being stuck where he is. He really wants to finish what it is he's doing and then come home for good. If there's a way that he could do that, I think that's what he's going to do. And once he gets home, things are going to restart. He is afraid. I think he wants to talk to you in person and not over the phone. It looks like even when he gets home, though, things are going to be slow and steady, but that's fine. Slow and steady wins the race. There's like divine timing around this situation. So I don't think it happens before the end of April. I think it's going on around this summer, but I think that that's what his intentions are. Like, I want to come home and get things back on track. I don't think he feels like he can either commit to the relationship while he's wherever it is he is, or that he feels like there's too much time and space in between you guys, that it doesn't work for him, or he doesn't feel like it could work, or he's almost like feeling sorry for himself. It would be nice, though, if he could tell you when he's coming home. This way, at least you'll have an idea, you know? But, Red Nappy, will I be engaged in 2020, and is the Scorpio lurking? Okay, let's see. I don't think that you get engaged in 2020. Is the Scorpio lurking? Scorpio is definitely lurking. Oh, I just saw on Facebook, somebody posted like these memes about like different signs, and I was hysterical. The one for Scorpio said, it was, you know how they look like they're from the 50s? So it's like a woman from the 50s. And she's a cartoon, you know, and she's holding a phone, and she says, I'm just going to put you on hold until you're dead. And then the Leo one was like, I'm going to walk around the office so that everyone could admire how handsome I am. I was hysterical. They were really good. Armani, what are Heartache's true feelings for me? Avery, you can't sleep on your face like that. Are you sleeping? Yes, you're sleeping on your face. All right, let's see. What are Heartache's true feelings for me? Feels that you are constantly evolving and growing. Feels that you're very smart, attractive, well balanced, has a lot of respect for you. What are Eric's true feelings? Eric feels that you are serene, balanced, compassionate, fiery, kind, happy, attractive, decisive, but sometimes indecisive. Well, who isn't? Hardworking, successful. He's really attracted to you. Really attracted to you. Miss Anna, will he come with a gift or offer? An engagement ring or something fulfilling? I don't think he comes with a gift that big. I think he may come with flowers or something small like that. Something small but thoughtful. Miss Anna, did he remove the block? I was blocked of because of work or third party. Did he remove the block? I got a 70% chance he removed the block. I don't know if you can try it. See, I don't know much about the blocking business, but if you could try it to see if you're not blocked anymore, it may speed up the contact if you could reach out to him. That would be really great. Susie, how can I make things right again? Well, there's going to be another fight. So just keep that in mind. But it does look like he comes back. It looks like you can have balance around the situation. Use your intuition. But you got to keep in mind that this guy's got some big problems and it's going to be a long road. You've got the strength, though, to deal with it. So hang in there. My suggestion would be give it a couple of days. If you don't hear from him, reach out to him and see if you can smooth things over. But I think once that goes into the past and he's no longer feeling like you're attacking him or anything like that, then I would have a conversation about his mental health or what it is that makes him act crazy like this. I mean, without saying it like that. Find out somehow if he has a serious condition, because he could have some kind of a condition that just needs to be addressed with the proper medication, and that would fix it. Or if it is some kind of a street drug or something that he dabbles with, then at least you know what you're dealing with. I would try to get to the bottom of it without kind of coming right at him directly, because I don't want him to feel attacked. And if he feels attacked, I think he's going to turn it around on you. But at least if you know what you're dealing with, you can deal with it better. It's like if you know that he's, got this issue, sometimes, getting the right medication, it can really help. And some people really need that. Jordani, is Cha trying to get back with his ex? Avery, what are you doing? Oh, you look pissed. Why don't you just lay back here and take a little snoozer? Is Cha trying to get back with his ex? Yeah, could be. 70% chance, yes. The Emperor is here too. If one of them is an Aries, or it could be that he's trying to take control of the situation. You got it right there. Good girl. Miss Anna. Oh, thank you. What's in store for me? Job and career, finances. All right, let me look at that first. You've got abundance and prosperity around you when it comes to work. I think that you're going to get another job. You may have a bill or something that pops up that may be somewhat of a nuisance, but I think if you call them or whatever, I mean, I've been getting emails left and right from different, Volkswagen sent me something. Who else? My car insurance sent me something that if you're having trouble paying, that they'll waive late fees and they'll give you 3 months. If you have a bill that comes up that's somewhat of a nuisance, call them. They'll probably be able to work with you. It looks like you get a new job, and I think that this new job pays you more, and I think you're going to be able to work from home. Moving forward, I think that You see, you have the Ten of Pentacles here. It's in reverse, which means that there could be a delay when it comes to money, but there's money coming in, and it will be more money than you were making. I think you're going to be okay. Do my sister believe me about my job loss, and will she be compassionate because of being laid off and not pressure me about the IOU? Yes, I think she will be compassionate. But on top of that, that maybe that's the Five of Pentacles nuisance thing that pops up. That could be. I think that she will work with you, but I also think that you're going to get another job, so I think that you're going to be okay. I don't think you'll be unemployed long, and I think that it's going to be something that you can either work from home or work from home part of the time. Krista, how is Jay currently feeling about our connection? How is Jay currently feeling about our connection? He feels good. He feels like it's transforming and growing. He feels like it's loving, kind, stable ground. He feels like things are moving forward quickly with the Chariot. And he's also going to be working hard on it, moving forward, putting in some good effort. Georgia, RS reached out today. I didn't respond. Is he done? Nah, you'll hear from him again. That's okay. That's okay. I'm kind of glad that you didn't answer. I think that that's okay. Jada. In the criminal justice sector, should I be a paralegal or a forensic science technician? Okay, should I be a paralegal? %70 chance you should be a paralegal. I think the forensic science, that's just so interesting. Let's see what comes up. Comes up 70% for a forensic scientist. All right, let me ask another way. I may be influencing this because I just think that forensic stuff is so fascinating, but I would think that, I think that the forensic science would be, I mean, that stuff is so fascinating. I mean, I don't know. You'd be great in both of them because you got 70% for both of them. But if I had to choose one, I think that the forensic science is so interesting. I think the paralegal stuff could get boring, you know, or it could become mundane, where I think that the forensic science stuff will always keep you on your feet. Nothing is ever going to be the same. It's always going to be something different. Anna, Christopher, is he going back to jail? I'm only getting a 33% chance he's going back to jail. So I would think, no, he's not. But with 33%, at some point in his life, he could be faced with a situation that could send him back to jail. So it's something that he should not be lackadaisical about. He needs to stay on the right path because he could definitely end up back in jail. 33% chance is a small percentage, but it's big enough to make a difference in the future. Right now, I don't think he's got a problem. Nicole, what to expect with Jeff coming to see our son tomorrow? You may have some sharp words with him. The King of Swords is sharp words. Could be sharp words. You may want to walk away from him. He may really piss you off. And you may feel like justice has not been served, but it's not the end of the story yet. It just, you push through it. And it may not end on a bad note. It might start off a little bit twisted, but I think that moving forward, like initially you could have some words, but then moving throughout the visit, things may be a little less tense. But initially with the King of Swords, it could be sharp words, an argument, or it could be that he says something really stupid. Anna, will Christopher go to jail soon? And what should he do for him not to go back to jail? Okay. I don't think he's going back to jail soon. No, I don't think he's going back to jail, but like I said before, I think he's got to stay on the straight and narrow. If he stays on the straight and narrow, he'll be fine. Especially right now with the pandemic, they don't want to put people in jail because they don't want people that close to one another. So I think he's okay. He just has to not violate anything. As long as he doesn't violate anything and he stays on track, he should be fine. And I would like cross your T's and dot your I's, you know, stop at the stoplights, don't run any, you know, like stay on, make sure that you're always doing the right thing. And I think he'll be okay. Susie, is he jealous of Gary? Is that the trigger for this? I only get a 33% chance that he's jealous, but if you're saying that there's somebody else around you, then it probably is, because he's abnormally jealous. You know, like for somebody that has no reason to be jealous, like you're not with anyone else, you're not trying to be with anyone else, Gary could potentially be a reason, or it could be provoking him. But it's still, it's still the way he reacts still doesn't sit right with me, because there's nothing going on. You know, like innately, we have a sixth sense, and we know when there's something that's going on, and we know when there's something that's not. And he should have that sixth sense and know that there is nothing going on between you and him. And it kind of makes me a little bit nervous the way he reacts, because he's blowing things out of proportion, and it's just not true. Felix, what is Tasha's true feelings about our relationship? She's very intuitive. She's very well prepared. She thinks that you guys are lucky. This is good. She thinks that you're lucky, spontaneous, well prepared. The love cup is full. I think that she values this relationship very much. She puts in a lot of effort, or she will be putting in more effort, and she wants to see things grow. Sam. Oh, Sam donated for Mel. Will the Aries be here by the summertime? I hate that he's such a coward and won't just face me. Okay. I only get a 33% chance that he comes by the summertime. It may be, it might take a little bit longer than that. 33% chance is kind of slim. Maybe we're looking more towards the fall. As time goes on, the percentage should grow. So if not the summertime, I would say by the fall, or it should be closer in the fall. I know, I hate the cowardness too. It drives me nuts. Blessed. Career. What do you see me doing? I can't tell you, like, I can't, like, if you don't give me like a choice, I don't know. Like, I can't say, well, you should be a hairdresser. I could tell you if it's creative, if it's legal, if it's something like that. But I would rather weigh one against the other, like I just did with the forensic science and the paralegal. Otherwise, I could give you a general career reading, but I can't tell you what you're doing. So if you have a couple of options, you want to send them, put them with purple hearts, and I'll weigh one against the other. Nicole, what will it be like going back to work in a week? Are you going back from maternity leave? It may be a little bit chaotic. You might be thinking a lot about it, and you may be also feeling a little stuck in the mud. And it might be a little chaotic when you first go back, but then you fall back right into your routine. And you persevere and you move forward. I think it may be a little chaotic in the beginning, but you get there. And then things like you get into a routine and things start to fall into place for you. But a little hectic, a little chaotic, a little hard. No, I haven't answered one for Samantha yet. No, send it with purple hearts or blue hearts. Paola, does Michael still think about me? Yes. Anna, are you saying that he won't talk to me until the summertime? Well, you get a 70% chance that he'll talk to you before the summertime. I think that the percentage goes, the probability of it is higher in the summer. So you may have some spotty conversation between now and the summer, but I think once the summer gets here, communication's more free. 70% chance between now and the summer. What is it now? We're at the middle of April. So summer starts, well, it's about 2 months from now. Another 2 months. You may have some spotty communication between now and then I think communication picks up. Samantha, are my spiritual gifts growing? I keep getting this weird sound in my ear. The ringing? Me too. And seeing my lucky number. Yes, your spiritual gifts are growing. The ring in the ear is definitely a sign it also could be accompanied by other things. For me, and this just happened to one of my friends when I was on the phone with her yesterday. I don't remember what I said. But when something rings really true and resonates with me, I'll get shivers. Like I could be walking like outside in the heat and somebody could say something to me. If it's true, I'll get like cold shivers. Well, so that's how I know that it's true. What else? The numbers, significant signs like this. This is so funny. It's on that phone, so I can't show you. But the other day, Cardinals and Blue Jays always remind me of my grandmother. And the other day, like to me, those are like winter birds. I don't know if that's really true or if that's something I've made up because my grandmother always had them on the Christmas tree. And you always see them too on Christmas cards. So I was walking up the walkway here and a cardinal, like, and I also tend to see them in the morning. It was like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, flew in front of me. And I was like, oh, cardinal, there's grandma. And when I got inside, I looked at my phone and my nephew sent me a picture of a cardinal sitting on top of the mailbox. And and it said, look, a cardinal sitting on top of the mailbox. And he doesn't know about the grandma thing. I don't think he does, but either way, it doesn't make a difference. It still happened at the same time. So those kind of synchronicities are usually a sign that like you're tuning into something. Like there's something going on there. So yes, I do think that you're growing. And especially that ringing. I also sometimes think that the ringing in the ears is shifting realities, as bizarre as that sounds. I'm going to plug this phone in because I think that it might die and I don't want it to die. Hang on. Let me put this over here. Oh, Avery, you behind me? Hang on. Hang on. Let me help you out there, kid. What is happening here, miss? You know, you got a nice crib over there you could be sleeping in. You want to sleep here? You want to go ahead. You could sleep right there. Go ahead. All right, I keep my eye on you. It's okay. Amy. Question on Noah, a Pisces. I'm a Libra. Does he talk about me to his friends and family? And if so, what does he say? He doesn't talk about you, like about you. Oh, I'm looking over there because the camera was over there. He doesn't talk about you, like specifically, but you come up in conversation. So it's not the kind of thing like, he talks about your qualities or, you know, your relationship, but he'll mention things about you. Like people know that you're around the situation. And it's like he says it like a very matter of fact. He doesn't really go into too much detail. I don't think he really talks too much about his personal life in general to too many people. Adriana, love. Well, you have a new beginning when it comes to love coming in with the Ace of Cups. It also looks like somebody comes in out of the blue. There's an earth sign here. There's also a fire sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. You're going to have choices with the Seven of Cups. And whoever it is that you end up with, this is excellent. Because this is love, money, prosperity, a child if you should want one. If not, be careful. But this is like somebody who treats you like you're a Greek god. So, a Greek goddess. So, whoever it is that's coming in, it's going to be a good match. And it's going to be someone that treats you very well, which is a good thing. Goddess, what's coming in for the next 2 weeks for me for job and finance? Well, it looks like it may be a little bit slow over the next 2 weeks. Feeling a little bit unprepared, feeling like a little bit of a slowdown. Um, but then you have some luck coming in. So if you haven't been working, you should be getting something coming up within the next 4 to 6 weeks. It looks like the next 2 weeks may be a little bit slow. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles is in reverse, which would be a slowdown when it comes to a stable relationship around money. So next 2 weeks may be a little slow. Once we get past there, I think you have some more opportunities coming in. But I don't know where you are. You may be, if you're in one of these lockdown locations, that could be why you're not, your finances aren't picking up. It could be because you can't. And then that would make perfect sense. And then maybe you'll be going back to work within the next 4 weeks. Blessed. Okay, general career. I'm in nursing school, but I'm thinking about an entrepreneurship as well. What do you see? Okay, let's see. I'm in nursing school, okay. Is nursing school the ideal career? What about the entrepreneurship? I think that you would do really well if you owned your own business. I really do. The thing is that you're in school to become a nurse. It's always good to have a career or something in your back pocket regardless. I would start off in the nursing field. I would do what get the degree, get a job, have some years experience, and then I would think about opening up a business because being a nurse, I think that you'll be able to, I always personally would love to have a 12-hour shift and then have days off. You could do both. And should your business take off, which I think it would, you could always leave the nursing job. But you would always have that in your back pocket to go back to should you ever need to. It's kind of like, you can't lose at being a nurse. And there's always, once you become a nurse, there's also so many other directions that you can go in that field if you choose to. But I think that you would get much more out of owning your own business. I think that that's kind of the road that's for you. But you know what? Like a friend of mine is a nurse. She's a mother and baby nurse, like after postpartum. And I recently had dinner with her. We used to work together. Her and some of my other coworkers had dinner together. And what she's doing now is she's still working her regular job. She does another job per diem. And she's going back to school, which then the hospital or whoever pays for. She wants to become a nurse practitioner. I think she said a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant. I think she said a nurse practitioner. Either way, because what she wants to do is open up like an urgent care kind of place, and she wants to own one of those places. So maybe that's the kind of entrepreneurship that you do. Maybe you open up something like that. But once you have that nursing thing, there's so many different directions that you can go in. So I would Definitely pursue that first. I think you're on the right track. Red Nappy. Is the Leo the one coming in with the love triangle? I think so. Yeah, maybe. Samantha. Was my computer I was on my computer and had sudden ringing in my ears at the same time. I saw it. Yeah. Yep. You're growing spiritually. You could even keep a journal of all that stuff. Sometimes that's helpful. Because then you can see how often it happens. You can take notice of how often it happens. What's happening back here now? Dylan? Susie, what do the angels and spirits say that I should do? Okay. Six of Fire, victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. The Nine of Water, your wish comes true, concerns fade away, a love of life. The Moon, Archangel Haniel, important psychic insights, events happening behind the scenes, release your fears that hold you back. Ooh, excuse me. I think things are gonna work out in your favor regardless of what you decide to do. I think that you have victory on your side no matter what you choose. I don't think that you can make a mistake. I think you're going to be all right. Amy. Question on Noah the Pisces. I'm a Libra. What's going on in his mind and his thoughts about me today? Okay. He thinks that you are attractive, thoughtful, hardworking, very attractive, very creative. He thinks that you're well-grounded, established, focused, passionate. Nicole, what is surrounding Jeff currently in his mind? What is surrounding Jeff currently in his mind? 's got a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety around him. I think that he tries to drown it with work. He may try to like not deal with anything and just focus on work. Even if it's not like work at like a job work, he may be, I don't know, working around the house or working on something to just keep his mind busy. He feels very bogged down. The happy home here is in reverse. He's not thrilled with things. He's got a wish around him. He can change this, but he's got to man up and he's got to decide to change it. He's got a lot of anxiety right now. That's what's going on. Cinnamon, does W want to have children with me? %70 chance, yes. Yeah, a good possibility there. TT, what does Spirit want me to know? Spirit cards. All right. Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Four of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, and then High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. You've got 2 angels around you, Haniel and Gabriel. Haniel, listen to your intuition, have patience, and carefully consider what you want before acting. Nice. Sweet thing. How does Kevin, how does Ken feel about moving forward with us? He feels good. You got success. There's success around it. There's a little bit of arguments around it, but basically he feels prepared and he feels successful around this relationship. That's good. Araceli. Will I be able to meet my goals with Jay by the end of the year? 70% chance, yes, you will. Blessed. Do you see modeling, YouTube, nursing related business? Modeling, YouTube, nursing, let's say. I think nursing, but I also think that you can do a nursing channel that would do really well. There are a couple of nurses and doctors that I watch, and they have crazy amount of subscribers. There's, oh God, what's her name? Shit, I can't remember her name. I can see her face, can't remember her name. She's a labor and delivery nurse. Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, I watch her. I watch Dr. Mama Jones. Dr. Paul Thomas, he's a pediatrician. Who else? I used to follow Dr. Berg. Damn, why can't I remember? Shit, I can't remember. She reminds me of Drew Barrymore. She's a labor and delivery nurse. Anyway, but they have a crazy amount of subscribers. I think that you would do really well on YouTube as a nurse. Araceli, what does Dee want me to know? He's feeling a little argumentative and a little bit slow moving. That's what he wants you to know. I don't know what went on with you and him or her or whoever it is, but be careful with this situation only because the Fool is in reverse. When the Fool is in reverse, it shows up. It's like doing or saying something that you can't take back. So just be careful. It looks like there could be somewhat of an argument that comes up around this situation, or there could be sharp words. So just keep that in mind. Araceli, is S stalking me and missing us? Not crazy stalking. Looks in every now and again, but definitely missing things. Or missing the way things used to be. Priscilla, general reading about my love life at the moment. Priscilla. Well, balance is coming in. Feeling prepared and feeling balanced comes in. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a Sagittarius coming in. There may be arguments and bickering going on around old partners or old flames, but the person that comes forward looks like it's a Sagittarius. It would be a soulmate relationship, and there's a lot of strength that comes with it. It would be a strong relationship. Jealousy, there's jealousy around an old relationship or past connection, but that moves into the past. I think that you move forward with the new person. Six of Cups is the jealousy with the old person. I think that maybe your last partner may be a little bit upset when you decide to move forward with someone else. But you have to do what's right for you, and I think that you're going to feel a good connection to the new person. They come up as Sagittarius. They may be Sagittarian-like. They may be adventurous. They could be, sometimes Sagittarian partner is somebody foreign or of a different background than your own. They also may be adventurous, outgoing, fun-loving, that kind of. TT, what does Spirit want my friend Michaela to know? Spirit cards for Michaela. The Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. The Ten of Air. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. The Empress. Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. Excellent. I like that. Lavish abundance is good. Goddess, does anyone have their eye on me in love yet? Someone does. Could be, you got a couple. There's the Pisces, there's an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and there is also a Sagittarius. So you got a couple of prospects coming in. Couple of eyes. Araceli, what are AG's feelings towards me right now? All right, AG. Feels like you're well-grounded, hardworking, intuitive, friendly, attractive, that thinks that you have plenty of choices around you, well-prepared and happy. What's going on back there, Dylan? All right, let me go back up to the top. Malika, what is next from Michael and I? Well, your relationship can change quickly for the better. Some stability comes in. Use your intuition. It looks like leaving the past in the past and moving forward. I think that you guys are getting on the right track. Dylan, you're right back there. Jovi, what does he feel and think about me? Is it over? It's not totally over yet, but you have to use your intuition. There's some jealousy or there's some demon around this situation. He could be feeling jealous, or he could be feeling like he was played or something. He's also feeling like justice has not been served. You may need to like go out on a limb if you want to save this situation. I think it can be saved. Yeah, SARS, you can cut off the super chats and I will do the moderators. TT. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped somebody. Araceli, does AG have a crush on me? Maybe a little bit. It doesn't look like it's a crazy crush, but it looks like a little bit. TT, what does Spirit want, my friend Marilia Kia to know? Okay, let's see. What does Spirit want Marilia Kia to know? Six of Fire, victory. Good news is on the way, public recognition. The Dreamer, Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. Career advancement, change your life now. Excellent. Career advancement. Araceli, what does AG's sister think about me? They worry, or there's a little anxiety around you when you come up around them. I don't know why, but they feel that you're balanced, patient, compassionate, creative, kind. Something about you makes them a little bit nervous, or they feel like a little concerned about. I don't know. I don't know why that would be, but overall, I think that they like you. All right. I'm waiting for the moderators, and while I wait for the moderators, I'm gonna go back up to the top. Shelly, will he go to my friend and try to ask for help getting back together with him? With me getting back together. Will he go to my friend and try to ask for help? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not convinced of it. V. I've never thought of this before, but does T have some girl that he's been talking to throughout on this lockdown? I don't think so. I'm only getting 33% chance. Ew, remember those noodles I said I was going to have for dinner? They were gross. I knew they were gross. I think I bought them once before. I gave them to Dylan. He ate them. Glad he likes them because I have 3 more packages. He's going to have to eat them. I don't like wasting stuff, so he'll have to eat it. But they were gross. Don't buy them. Unless I just didn't know how to make them. But it said that it should take on the taste of whatever you cook it with, but that wasn't true. That was a lie. They were gross. I think they're called shirataki noodles. Don't get them. They're gross. SARS. What's been going on with the Sag? He hasn't replied to my message when I was checking up on him and his family. What's going on with the Sag? He may be having a hard time when it comes to work and finances. Yeah, he's having a tower moment. He's not in a really great place right now. It shows that there may be trouble around work. There may be trouble around, he's got a lot of anxiety. It also shows he's walking away from something. Walking away from something, anxiety, I think it has to do with money or finances, or it has something to do with his job. Yeah. I think you'll hear from him, but it may take some time. It's like he's got to sort through things. Mel. General for the remaining month of April. Six of Pentacles. So this is a work relationship. Being respected at work or making more money. There is money that always comes in around you. And the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck, is on your side. Feeling very well balanced when it comes to money and feeling very grounded with money. So you got good money stuff coming in. If you're not working, or if you are working, it doesn't matter. It's still good stuff happening around money. I think that there's a business thing around you that either you're going to be starting your own business or opening up a business with somebody that's going to be quite profitable. That might not happen in the month of April, but you may be talking about it and thinking about it or brainstorming about it. Any other moderators here? No. Did I do the moderator? Is Brandy here? I'm not sure if Brandy's here. Shani, I'm in a love triangle. Can you see who he will choose? If you put yourself in a position where you have to be chosen, you're not going to get chosen. It never happens. So you've got to change the energy of the situation. Otherwise, you won't win. There's no way that you can ever win if you're in competition with somebody else. The law of attraction just doesn't work that way. If you think that you're competing with somebody else, then you're competing and then you lose. So in order to change the energy of the situation, you have to take back power and you have to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, the universe doesn't put you first. And then you will not be chosen. You can't come up, it doesn't make a difference who the person is. The other person is just the player. But if you're saying to the universe, I'm competing, which one of us is better? You're questioning yourself. And when you're questioning yourself, that's what gets reflected back, which means the other person wins all the time. So you have to change the energy of the situation if you want the situation to change. There's no like, it's like people kind of get into this idea that like all of a sudden they're going to like wish really hard and the person shows up on a white horse with roses, and things don't work like that. Nobody can read your mind. Nobody can tell you, knows what to do the magic thing that you want. But everybody wants, it's like, I should say women. Well, women want some kind of grand gesture. It's like, just like somebody before said, well, I blocked him on everything. What's he going to do next? Well, you just blocked him on everything. So what do you expect from him? And I say that all the time. Like I say it to everyone, don't block someone if you really want to speak to them. But it's like, what are we looking for? Are we looking for them to come in, parachute out of a helicopter? Are we looking for them to come in on a white horse? What is it that you want? Right? What is it that you want from the situation? What are you expecting to happen? And it's like somebody's got to prove how much, like that's the, well, what is he going to give me? What is he going to show me? What am I going to get? Which when you have that, which I can't blame any. Look, we grow up. This is how we grow up, right? We grow up with Cinderella and the slipper, and this is what we were inundated with. Can't blame people for thinking this way, but if you don't change that thought, you're always going to be waiting. You're always going to be in a situation where I need to be chosen. I need to be picked. What about me? When is it my turn? That doesn't put you front and center. It puts you standing behind. And unfortunately, that's the way the laws of the universe are. Those people that are a victim are always going to be a victim. Those people that are successful will always be successful because that's what they focus on, because that's what they know and that's what's comfortable. Same thing when they say, whoa, money goes to money. Yeah, of course money goes to money, because like attracts like. They focus on money. They focus on what they want and they get it. Victims are like, well, I never have any money and poor me and I never win and I never this and this, that. And they cultivate more of that. So if you put yourself in a situation where it's her or me, you always lose. You have to change the situation. You have to change the energy of it. Um, right. I guess Brandy's not here. All right, then that's it for me tonight. I'm exhausted. But I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm not sure yet of what times. Probably 5 o'clock like normal and 9:30 again. But if anything changes, I'll post it on the community board. I have 2 spells left. I sold one already for Friday for the love spells. And I have a sale going on, 2 questions for 10 if anybody needs a private. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.